Stop treating pain. One of the things that a lot of patients do is when they have a problem is to begin seeking treatment for their problem. And seeking treatment for a problem never typically solves the problem. Just like an employee who always tells you about a problem, they never really solve it or do anything about it. So what we want to do is to remove that way of thinking. I know it's hard to do because when pain screams at us, it's gained our attention, it's constantly in our mind, and we keep thinking about it. So our focus goes on that, and usually the more we focus on our problems, the bigger they become. So in the book Miracles in a Minute, one of the things I do is try to help doctors who are working with patients or a patient who has a problem looking to help themselves is to focus more on the solution. So if someone has a knee problem, what they tend to do is go seeking treatment and getting all kinds of tests done to find out what's going on with the knee. It's obvious the knee is not functioning properly or that there's a lot of things going on with it. Now, that is not the problem. It appears that way, but it isn't. Just like a kid who's acting up in a classroom, their outward behaviors are not the real problem. It could be they don't feel that they matter or something like that. So in other words, the same communication skills that we need to listen to a human being is the same communication skills we need to listen to our own self. The outward appearance of what the problem is not the real problem. That's not the action step needed to be taken. So one of the things I do in here is to get patients to think about what they do want to create. In other words, we don't want to treat knee pain. I want them to start thinking of seeing themselves as being functional, seeing themselves moving well again. And with some context of, I feel light, I want to move like a bird, I want to be glidey across the floor. So now the brain has an image it's thinking about, and I want them to continue to think about that and focus on that. So this way, the subconscious mind, which controls the entire body, starts creating that solution for the person. And it's hard because you're going to get all these other signals of pain coming up to the brain, and the mind wants to drift back to the pain and start talking about the problem again, and then the story starts. Let me tell you about my story, let me tell you about my knee, let me tell you about my problems today. That is not a very healthy way to live. It's a way most of us live just because it's all around us, but we want to be more proactive in our lives and start creating solutions for ourselves by talking differently and by thinking a little bit differently. So today's video is about thinking a little bit differently about how to address pain in our lives and what we think it is, the outward appearance, and ask a little bit few deeper questions about how we really dive in and what action step to take to make a difference. And Miracles in Minutes will teach you how to do that. That when you hit the nail on the head, and it's not going to be at the site, like if your knee hurts, you're going to do something somewhere else, and you'll see a dramatic change in a matter of usually 30 seconds. It is that quick because we're taking an action step of what's really needed, not what's complaining. So I hope that explains the concept. Thanks a lot.